Elias Silversigh.
The town of Gilead Bend lay quiet under a heavy sky, a place of red dirt roads and leaning pines. It was here, in the dusty back room of the town's only library, that Elias Silversigh performed his sacred duty. He was the keeper of the unwritten, a title passed down through generations of his family. His days were spent meticulously cataloguing the stories that had never found their way to paper. Whispered tales of farmers, the forgotten heroics of washerwomen, the quiet sacrifices that held the world together but earned no monuments. He was a scribe for ghosts, and he believed his work preserved the only truth that mattered. It was on a Tuesday, while sorting through a box of donated miscellany, that Elias found it. Tucked inside a hollowed-out copy of Moby Dick was a single crisp page. It was not old. The handwriting was his own, but the story it told was one he had no memory of writing. It described, in chillingly accurate detail, the death of Old Man Henderson, the town recluse, an event that had not happened. Yet, 3 days later, Henderson was found cold in his shack. The circumstances exactly as the page had foretold. A fever dream of premonition gripped Elias. A child's lost dog returned home hours before he thought to look for it. A crack in the church bell tower, spotted and reported moments before it would have fallen. Each minor event was preceded by another mysterious page, always in his hand, always describing what was to come. The library, once his sanctuary, felt like a cage. The air grew thick with the scent of impending rain and something else, ozone and old paper, as the anomalies stacked up, a silent alarm ringing only he could hear, pushing him toward a truth he feared to grasp. Driven by a terror he could no longer suppress, Elias followed the clues in the pages to the forgotten Silversigh family crypt on the edge of the town cemetery. There, buried not under stone, but under layers of denial, was a ledger. It was not a record of stories past, but of stories due. His own name was listed again and again, not as a keeper, but as an agent. He did not record history, he drafted it. The unwritten heroes weren't merely remembered by him, they were created by him. Their sacrifices were his assignments. The world tilted on its axis. Every act of kindness he documented, every tragedy he'd preserved, now seemed a grotesque manipulation. Was Old Man Henderson ever meant to die alone, or had Elias's pen sentenced him? Had he been a humble archivist, or a cruel god playing with lives in the guise of preserving them? The purpose that had defined his life cracked apart, revealing a hollow core of orchestrated pain. His identity was a lie. He was not a witness, but an author of suffering. With a clarity that felt like breaking glass, Elias knew what he had to do. He took the final page, the one that detailed young Lily McGreedy's impending drowning in the creek, and he did not file it. He did not ensure it came to pass. Instead, he ran. He ran through the storm, his heart pounding a desperate rhythm against his ribs, and he reached the creek just in time to pull the sputtering girl from the muddy water. In that act of defiance, he sacrificed his legacy, his purpose, and his name, choosing chaotic mercy over ordered narrative. Elias no longer keeps a ledger. The back room of the library is closed, its door walked shut by the humidity. He lives now in a small cabin, and the people of Gilead Bend bring him their stories directly. They are messy, unpredictable, and entirely their own. He listens, he remembers, but he does not write. The world has settled into a new, tremulous normal where the future is unwritten and the heroes are truly their own. And Elias Silversigh, once the keeper of fate, is now simply a man who likes to listen to the rain.